I'm gonna check if he has a belly button.
You pull up his half-tucked-in shirt. He has a belly button. Hi all, and welcome to another episode of Radio D&D. We really wanted to find a way to share our current campaign, so thanks for joining us. Before we get started, let's introduce ourselves. I'm your Dungeon Master, James Landoff, joined here by...
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I play Lux.
My name is Mike, and I play Marcus.
My name is Casey, and I play Beatrice.
Hello, my name's Ethan, and I play Zephyr.
Now, let's roll that recap.
Hey there, all you fine fellows. You're listening to 98.3 The Drop. With Bee's BattleBot competition just around the corner, her father, Bert, gifted her one of his most prized possessions, his artificer's glove, allowing for a deeper connection between Bee and her battle bee. Excited to test it out, Bee headed to the arena, inviting her friends to come watch. Confident in her abilities, they all placed sizable wagers on Bee's victory. Filing into the stands, the party watched as Bee faced off in her exhibition match against a fellow artificer, whose construct resembled a spinning top with blades. The announcer declared the beginning of the fight, and the arena was infused with electric energy, allowing for more devastating melee attacks. The two constructs exchanged blows until only one was standing, with Battle Bee victorious. While her party congratulated her on her success, an elven noble kid remarked on her surprising victory. He was none other than Augustus, a wannabe artificer who relied on money to equip his construct with the latest tech, and with whom Bee had a personal beef. After exchanging some confusing insults, Augustus wished her luck in her future fights, certain she would need it.
Without further ado, let's kick back into the 10th Kingdom.
Let's break stuff.
Oh, what stuff are you breaking?
Rules,
Nothing yet.
all of them.
Our will to live.
So, this episode begins with a slow pan over what looks to be part of an ocean. And we see it comes to rest at a island isolated in the middle of the water. It's currently stormy with waves crashing against the sides, and the only thing on this island is a solitary cement building. It's got tall fences and watchtowers on all sides with spotlights pulling the area. And the camera takes us inside, where we see a couple individuals walking down this darkly lit hallway. We see them stop in front of a well-reinforced metal door. The door has a slot through which one would slide food to the person inside. The door opens, and we see, sitting in silence, an individual who is currently blindfolded in a chair. The larger of the two just says, "Are you awake in there?" And the person blindfolded slowly turns their head to face the open door. "We have a job for you. If you work with us, maybe we'll dock some of your life sentences." And at that, the individual in the chair just does a grimacing smile. And that's when we come back to you guys. So it's a couple of days later, and Marcus, you had wanted to go talk to a contact of yours.
Yes. I believe his name was Charles.
Yes. Does he have a last name or no? It's okay if he doesn't.
He might. I can't remember if I actually gave him a last name last time. I don't think I gave him a last name.
That's no problem. So yeah, you know where his office is. He's in a sort of office building that rents out offices to different people, and you want to go see him.
I do, and I want to make sure I've got the gold to make sure I can, pay him back for his watch.
Do you tell everyone else that you're, or especially Zephyr? Do you tell him that you're going to go talk to him about who he might be, or?
Yeah, so that's kind of my idea. Is I'd let everybody know that I know a guy who works in the archives who might have an idea of how we can best track down what happened to Zephyr. And the downside is I owe him a certain amount of money for breaking one of his prized possessions. So I gotta try to take care of that first. But yeah, I figure if nothing else, he would be able to give us our best insight as to what might have happened and who might be still around after all those years.
Sure. Like, what kind of work does Charles do?
He's an archivist, takes care of the records. So I figure if anyone, he might have the best idea for where to find things.
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, then we can kind of like crack open this mystery a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Seems like we're only lead right now.
Yeah.
Not that we could like send you back in time or anything.
Yet.
I mean, he got sent forward, so who's to say we can't go back?
Oh, you know what? That's fair. But
I
would you
will
want
say,
to go
though, we might actually want to kind of keep mum in the fact that Zephyr's from that time period and he just got magically shunted 100 years in the future. Because who knows what the scientists in the military might want to do to somebody who may have tried time travel for 100 years. So maybe we just kind of do an inquiry into the basic person of who was there.
Yeah, we should. Lux is just gonna. I'm assuming we're all together right now, or are we on the radio stones?
It's up to you guys. If you guys want to talk at Mr. Green's or meet at a local cafe.
Yeah, I'd say we'd be together somewhere.
Lux will just kind of look over at Zephyr and just be like, "We should probably get him some more modern-looking clothing then."
Might be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with my clothes, or?
Not that there's anything wrong with them.
You're very classic.
You're outdated.
Vintage.
Old.
I am wounded.
Well, two of
Truly.
those descriptors were positive. The third one is not so much.
I mean, it doesn't have to be negative.
It's you have a very unique style. Most people don't dress like this, so you'd be anymore anyway. You'd be like maybe a little too memorable. Also, you're blue, so
Well,
that
I
can
mean,
sometimes be a problem.
you're red. Is that
Another
Dark folks.
primary color.
Oh man.
Are there any races that are blue? You can just say or that. We forge your records. Can we do that? That'd be pretty cool.
There's Triton, aren't there?
Oh yeah, Triton, but Triton must come in shades of blue.
So basically, Tritons take aspects of different fish. For instance, Halo is an angelfish. I'm certain there are fish that are blue.
Yeah, so
Could say I'm like half or something.
Bluefin tuna.
yeah. So we
There's
could.
also some blue tieflings.
That's also true.
That's also true. Yeah, we could say that you were like half tiefling or something.
Had your horns removed.
Yeah, maybe you had your horns removed. Or I have a disguise kit that I could use to like maybe fashion you some horns.
I think I'll go hornless. Thank you.
Not
We
a
could just
bad
say
look.
He's half tiefling and he's just half human.
Well, I do
Yeah.
know Infernal.
You know Infernal?
Yeah. I was fighting
Does-
demons. I needed a way to make fun of them somehow.
I mean, fair.
Fair. I
And Zephyr will say, Zephyr will essentially say, "Hey, what's up?" Like in Infernal, he'll say it to Lux.
She just like nods at you, like she understands it.
Although, how's my accent? I was told I have a kind of like a little bit of an accent with it.
No, I mean you sound very natural.
Can I insight that?
You can.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
I don't think he's. I think
uh,
it'd be like it's not like he's actively like seeking information. So it'd be like, what do we want to say? Like disadvantage?
no, I think you're actively engaged in a conversation with her. So yeah, Decept versus Insight.
Okay, deception. Let's go, baby. It's a 21.
Ooh, 18.
Ooh, so close. Yeah, she thinks your accent sounds great. She totally thinks you hit the nail on the head.
Well, all right then.
Is it known by the other party, like the rest of the party?
Yeah, they know that she doesn't speak Infernal because Senior Diego started talking to her in Infernal, and Lorian had to interject and was like, she wasn't raised by tieflings.
Yeah, so I think a Halo will nudge you, Lux, and he'll just say, I think him not knowing might cause problems,
Oh, she's gonna look over at Halo, like,
especially if he tries to talk to you and thinks it's a code or language you both. And he'll just like leave it at that.
okay. So here's the thing. I don't speak Infernal. I wasn't raised by tieflings.
Oh. Okay.
Just pulling your leg a little. Yeah, I was raised by humans. So Infernal was just not something that I learned.
Well, ain't that funny?
Yeah. It's a little odd. But I'm a little odd, so
Well, I have no room to talk. I think we all are.
that's true. That's true. Yeah. We all are kind of odd, aren't we? Could be worse. She just trails off because she can't think about how it could be worse.
So, did you guys want to try to disguise Zephyr?
I think that the agreement was that we would not try to disguise him, but we would just say that he's like half tiefling.
Okay.
Half tiefling, half human.
Half
We
tiefling, half
could
human.
also say that he was in a potions explosion and his skin got turned blue in the chaos.
We could also say that
Ellie's.
Yeah. He stopped by Ellie's and there was a magic cloud and poof, he was blue.
he just has been eating a ton of nickels. Isn't that something that can turn your skin?
I thought
Well,
that
there's also
was
that-
Oh, it's a little iron. Or
there's
People that are blue.
Yeah, I
that's
remember
a
that
rare
story.
skin thing. It's
Is it aluminum?
it's if silver builds up in your body over
silver.
a long time.
Yeah,
silver.
There's one family in like Alabama or something who are blue because of that. Anyway, you could just have that.
Yeah.
Alabama's not a thing in this world.
I don't know why I thought it was nickels. Nickels make you go blind, so you could see how I could easily mix up.
Yeah.
I have a question before we continue.
Mm-hmm.
If I do driver's ed, do I get like land vehicle?
You'll have to
proficiency?
pay for driver's ed.
How much is driver's ed?
It's actually see the thing is the difference between knowing how to drive a car and having proficiency with land vehicles is that anyone can drive a car. The proficiency comes from being able to drive a car under stress in dangerous circumstances. You would have to go to like military training to get that sort of thing.
Say no more. I will do that.
You're I guess B is signing up. She's doing the draft.
I'm gonna lie about her age.
No, B, you're not old enough. We can't send you.
Ah, nonsense.
Aw.
I knew plenty of people who lied about their age to get in.
B
Builds
is
character.
There was a war on at the time.
I mean, technically, isn't there like a war on right now?
I mean, technically.
I
Be
mean,
like that one kid that marked an 18 on his shoe and said, "I'm over 18."
oh my god.
I don't get any type of proficiency if I go to driver's ed.
I mean, I guess you could also try to join a sport, like street racing.
This is it. This is my next.
Or go-kart racing.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, B. We should join a street racing club.
Sorry. I'm good now. Thank you for answering my question.
I'm gonna go see what Charles is up to. Anyone want to come with me?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Is it okay if we all come?
Yeah, nice.
Fine with me.
Okay. I don't know if we'd
Suppose I should
overwhelm
come.
All right. So I'm guessing do you all just pile into the Jeep?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we have the Jeep. We should use it, right? No
Why
more
so?
Why
driving.
not?
Yeah, it fits 5 of you. I mean, there's 5 seats. I don't know how comfortable that is in a Jeep.
Jeeps are pretty big.
Are they?
My Jeep is big.
B is a very small person. She can.
That's true.
Am I driving?
I don't know. Are you driving?
I don't want to get the middle. If I drive, there's no chance.
Can you reach the pedals?
I have
Gnomes have built-in things to whatever they use to where it's them sized always.
Okay.
There's like an auxiliary pedal and brake.
I love that.
All right. So yeah, you guys all pile into the Jeep. You know where Charles's office is. He has his own office, and then there's also the actual archival building where the records are kept, but he doesn't work there all the time. Yeah, you drive down. He's in the upper sort of middle district, kind of where it's almost the upper district, but on the opposite side of the wall. You guys pull up. There's a little parking area outside, and yeah, the receptionist directs you to his office.
Great.
You all check in. She asks for your names.
We should probably let you do all the talking, Marcus, since you know Charles. Oh, we have to give her our names.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. So I give her Marcus, my name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I give her my name, Lux.
You only need first names, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I'm B.
Could you write that on the check-in sheet, please?
I'll lift B up so she can write it, because I assume that the thing is a little too tall for her.
Thanks. All right, B E A.
Don't forget the time that you got here. She looks at her watch. 10:17.
Thanks. I can't read the analog clock up there, and I point up to the clock.
You should definitely learn to read those. It's.
Oh, I'm sure it's useful. Maybe, probably.
Yeah, kids nowadays.
Halo puts Halo on the sheet.
Forget he's with us all the time.
I forget that Halo's real name isn't Halo.
Halo, what's your real name?
He just stares at you.
I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, Zephyr, you check in too?
Yeah, he's gonna put down let's go with Quincy.
Quincy, like it. I like it.
Nice. Very nice.
Trying to think of an old-fashioned name. That he
She looks at the sheet. She's like, Quincy, very okay.
That's a good name, right? Quincy.
Yes, very, very good name.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but yeah, you guys, take a right past a couple of other offices. You see there's also a conference room in this building. And yeah, there's a office with the name Charles outside his door. Would Charles be the kind of person to leave his door open, or would it be closed?
It would probably be closed.
Okay. So yeah, it's pretty plain. Some of the people have like stickers and stuff on their office doors, like hanging there, baby. Probably not on a door, but you know what I mean.
I don't know. Professors do that.
Do they?
Yeah, they put stickers on their doors. For Western, they do.
I had a math teacher that had a math thing, and it was like Robin saying something, and then Batman saying it correctly and smacking Robin.
Oof.
I don't know if you know that meme. But anyway, I digress. The door is there. You knock on it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's a brief pause, and then like a shuffling of papers, and you hear footsteps come up to the door. And opening the door, you see the half-elf man, Charles. He's, business casual. He has a sort of white and plaid, like this whitish plaid button-up shirt with half of it like sticking out of his jeans. He looks at you, Marcus, smiles, and says, "Oh, Marcus."
Hi, Charles. How you doing?
He nods. He says, I'm doing well. Finally got my watch fixed." And he like taps it with his finger. It's ticking right.
Good. Very good. I actually came by to pay what I owe, and give you my sincerest apologies.
Sure. Do you want to come in? And he like looks past you at your friends.
Oh, sorry. These are my associates. This is Lux, B, Halo, and Quincy.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hi.
Hi.
How do you do?
Actually,
yes, Marcus. Do you want to talk inside? Your friends are welcome to come in, of course.
Well, thank you. Yes, I'd love to.
Would you rather take one of the conference rooms? It seems there's an awful bit of you, and I only have the one chair.
Yeah, we could. It's up to you. We just have like a couple of quick questions that I wanted to talk to you about, but we could do the conference room if you like.
Okay. Yeah. So he goes up to the receptionist desk and checks out the room. Yeah, you all pile into the conference room, and yeah, he kind of just says, "Well, what can I help you with?"
It's actually Quincy who kind of brought me over here. He was telling me his story about his great grandfather back in the Demon Wars, and his grandfather like mysteriously disappeared during the Great Battle, and we're trying to figure out if there was any record of family or what may have happened afterwards. It's been eating at him since he was a kid, so I really wanted to. Once I heard his story, I figured you might be able to help us out and maybe point us in the right direction.
He takes out a notepad and he says, all right, yes, what was your grandfather's name, and what did he do?
Oh, his name was Zephyr Weston. Or Wesley, excuse me. Zephyr Wesley.
That name sounds awfully familiar. Zephyr Wesley, you said.
Oh, I mean, it ought to be. He's the bombardier for the Scissortail, the plane that dropped the bomb.
What's Zephyr's like attitude with this?
It's like he's trying to keep this cool, but it's like it better fucking be memorable.
Indignant as hell.
Yeah, so he writes that down. He says, "Oh yes, I believe we should definitely have records on him. Though I don't
At least
recall him. Did Zephyr actually have a family, like a wife, kids?"
I don't know. He was maybe not like a wife. He probably did have like a girl back home, and family. Certainly not a wife though.
Yeah, he takes it down and he says, "And if you don't mind me asking, why are you curious about him? I know he's your grandfather, but great grandfather. Great? Did you say great grandfather or grandfather?
Great grandfather, I believe I said.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to look at you, Zephyr, and he kind of like squints a little bit. I'm going to have him make a history check.
Can I interject something? Because I think I know what he's about to say.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's a little complicated. I was they were, Gramps and Grandma were kind of living in sin. They didn't want to make a big scene about it, so my branch might be a little not planned.
Okay. I'm still gonna roll something. What did you say, Casey?
No, you can continue and then I'll go.
Yeah. So at that, he nods. Let's see what he gets. +6 to history. 22. So he just looks at you, and you can see him scanning your face, like he's seen your face 1,000 times. Whether it was like war documentaries, pictures in old history books, etc. But he just like looks at you and he says, "You look so remarkably like him. It's uncanny."
I mean, that's how families work. Genetics.
Though I don't recall the. Forgive me for saying, but he was human.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's half tiefling, right?
Yep, half tiefling.
Tiefling, you say?
Yeah, my mother.
All right. Yes, I will definitely look this up for you. Marcus, if you want to swing by my office again, might take me a little bit of paperwork to get the records, and I'm sure you understand. But
Of course.
if you would like to come by my office again tomorrow, 10 a.m.
Sounds lovely.
And he looks at the rest of you. Would you mind if I spoke with you about my watch? And he like taps his watch privately.
Of course. Yeah. I'll catch up with you guys outside. I have a feeling this might be slightly embarrassing for me, so catch up with you guys.
Oh, sure. Good luck, Marcus. And I will just kind of like guide everybody out, like shoo.
I'm gonna go find a vending machine.
So to your point, B, there is a little kitchen area where they have like a microwave, the refrigerator, and a couple of vending machines.
This is the door say staff only.
It actually has no doors.
Okay, I'm gonna go and open the fridge.
Okay,
But I know what a microwave is.
Oh no, you don't know what a microwave is, do you?
There is a refrigerator, and you see like plastic baggies and lunch boxes with people's names on them.
This all looks really lame. I'm gonna push through the bags. Is there anything in there that looks good?
Yeah, there's like some sodas.
Oh, sweet. What are some popular 1960s sodas?
I'm just gonna like probably like Tab or something.
I guess just Coke.
Yeah, probably Coke. I'm gonna like lean in the doorway and be like, "B, come on, we gotta go."
They have this whole place stocked, and like this meal is called Deborah. This meal is called Jonathan. They're themed.
That's. I don't think that they're necessarily themed.
I think they just put their names on their lunches.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's like what people in offices do. Is there a microwave in there, and would Zephyr know what a microwave is, or is he?
I don't think he would know what a microwave is.
Is there one of Mike's? Does Mike have one?
Oh yeah,
Mike,
does
do you have a microwave?
Yeah, does Marcus have a microwave?
That's a great question. I would imagine he has a microwave. Yes.
Yeah, so there's probably a long discussion with Marcus and Zephyr about what a microwave is. And yeah, you recall that conversation upon seeing it in this office.
I would like to think Marcus just has microwavable like meals, like TV meals. Anyway,
I just pictured that one time Zephyr was taking out like some leftovers in the fridge that were wrapped in tinfoil, and what he knew about the microwave is that it makes food warm.
Oh
So he put them
Oh,
back
no.
put the tinfoil in, but Marcus was just able to stop him.
I mean, that's probably accurate, yeah.
We
Put
make
the
a
fork in there.
we make a mini series, but it's just on Marcus and Zephyr living together,
Mm-hmm.
and Zephyr trying not to like destroy Marcus's apartment.
It's our sitcom. We'll call it The Odd Couple. Revolutionary.
All right. Well, I feel like I'm gonna be Deborah today.
What-
Let's see what Deborah has.
What is Deborah's meal? Yeah, okay.
She has this container of these are green beans. I don't eat those. This looks like mashed potatoes. I do eat those. This looks like chicken legs. Somebody, wow, this is really nice.
There's that one guy that has like actual ribs in the fridge for some reason.
Is it like the barbecue sauce is drenched through the bag?
Oh yeah, it's like soaking the paper box it's in.
I feel like this one from Devin might be a winner.
But yes, back to the conference room. Yeah. Does anyone just like chill outside the conference room? There is a window that sees into it, so you can like see them talking, but you're not able to hear it per se.
I'd say that probably after realizing that B is going to eat Deborah's food, I'm not trying to be around that. So I'd go back over and just be like, if you guys just either come back to the conference room or stay put here so we don't lose you.
So yeah, as everyone leaves the conference room, we come back to Marcus and Charles. Yeah, so he looks at you with like a little bit of a concerned face, but he is trying to hide it so the others can't really see.
Should I insight that to see if he realizes that or just sees that?
He's not very good at hiding his emotions, so I'd say you'd know that. But yeah, so he says, so your friend, Quincy?
Yes.
I did have a concern about, so I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but Tiefling weren't really around until after the war. So I'm not sure how that pans out with his lineage.
It concerns me a little bit too. I'm not going to lie. It always sounded a little bit odd to me. But, you get married young enough. Doesn't take that much time.
I suppose. He's a half tiefling?
Pardon?
Oh, I'm reading Lux's
it's
message.
just because James was like, everyone be cautious, and we're like, fuck that, he's a half tiefling, right? We didn't even think about it. Oh my god, I was making fun of us.
Well, I said my mother was tiefling.
That's
so.
true, you did say that.
Yeah, and tieflings were not a thing until like after the war.
Oh, that arc.
Oh yeah, what's the lifespan of a tiefling?
Oh no.
Normal human length.
Oh, it's been
Well, it could have been recently too.
yeah, he's not that old.
Okay. There's just some complications with that, and he'll have to like look into it. But
archivists don't know everything.
Look at that.
That's true.
Oh no, look at that. Oh fuck, why did we say that? We should have put horns on you.
But and anyway, so yeah, Marcus, he does express that concern to you.
Okay. Would Marcus feel comfortable telling Charles about, well, I guess, would Marcus feel comfortable with Charles that he would not turn him and Quincy over to the government if he found out that he was in fact Zephyr but turned blue?
Let's roll something to determine that.
Okay.
Just go ahead and give me an insight roll. 21. So Charles is involved with the government, but it's more of a like from a historical standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that if there were some like legal ramifications of him still being alive, I'm not sure he would if it was in detriment to Zephyr, if he would rat him out or turn him in. Yeah, so I feel like with your insight, Charles is very much a historian, but also he does have care. He does care for his friends. So if it were you asking him specifically, he would probably heed your word over turning him in. You feel like in most circumstances you could probably trust Charles.
Okay. I would approach this from a lens of how would you like to get a more first person account of the day the Demon War ended? And I kind of look around, make sure that nobody was present. And I'd try and look at the room, look if there's any kind of recording devices or microphones or anything like that.
Yeah, so there are no cameras in this conference room.
Okay.
Mostly for, what's the word? Confidentiality reasons. Like if someone's discussing business critical matters in here, you don't want to have a recording of it.
Yeah.
However, there would probably be cameras in the hallways.
Okay. I would Marcus would definitely tell Charles that he's right to suspect, he's right to pick up on the tiefling story, and it's not a concern. It's just that there's been an odd break in reality, and that the man known as Quincy is in fact Zephyr, and we're trying to figure out what is going on.
Okay, so you say that, and there's a like almost visceral reaction when you say that. He like looks completely shocked when you say that he's actually Zephyr. And when you finish talking, he just kind of like nods. He says, I don't mean to. That seems quite unlikely.
Is it as unlikely as a young man in this time and era calling himself Quincy?
Well, if I am to say something, I don't believe you've been the best at keeping time.
Fair. I deserve that.
He laughs a little bit. He says, I still find it very unlikely that man is deaf. There's all sorts of magic that can duplicate your appearance. And you see like he's trying to say a word, but it's very difficult for him to say. Could you just make a persuasion check to see if he feels comfortable telling you this?
I'll do my best.
Okay. 14 is good enough. So he just says, if he believes he's Zephyr and looks like Zephyr, there's people in this world that adopt these sort of personalities. I'm thinking maybe he's, and he like leans in and like whispers this. I think he may be a changeling.
A changeling, Charles. Those things exist?
Indeed, I've seen a couple of documentaries on them, but I've never seen one in person. But the idea is that they latch onto someone's personality and adopt them as their own.
Okay. I understand this. But there's one thing that gives me pause to this theory. I saw him crash in the plane.
What plane?
The plane that dropped the bomb. The Scissortail.
Well, then does help that does help your theory a bit, but well, regardless, I will still get you those records.
I appreciate it. And if you don't mind, check what the documents say about what happened to the plane after the bomb fell.
Yes, I will do that, and I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Sounds good. And just to cover our bases, can you covertly look up what about any information you can find on changelings? That'd be great.
Well, that's the difficult thing. There's nothing documented about them except for, vague conspiracy theories.
Well, you would have greater insight into what would be considered conspiracy theory than I would. I will trust your judgment, but any information would be helpful.
Yes, of course. And he doesn't want to say it, but he'll just look at his watch. He says, "Oh, well, it, is getting around to that time."
Yeah.
He's bringing direct attention to his watch. It's ticking just fine now.
Yep. Yes, it is. All right, sir. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow.
The repairs for my watch.
Yes. I hand him a purse of money for the repairs.
Thank you. And he'll take it.
Yep.
But with that, everyone else, Marcus, rejoins you. Have you eaten anyone's lunch?
I pulled up a stool
Uh-huh.
to the where you can look into the conference room.
Mm-hmm.
And I started eating Deborah's food.
What did Deborah have again?
She had the green bean, the mashed potatoes, and the chicken. And
Okay.
then, when B finished, she went to get the ribs.
Oh no. Okay.
B,
So she has sticky hands.
Yep. Marcus, I guess you come out and see Beatrice licking her fingers with barbecue sauce on them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit. All right, we gotta go.
Themed meals here.
Yeah, so B doesn't understand that when people come into an office that they just put their names on their lunch. He thinks that they're themed.
So for a while I was Deborah, and now I'm Devin.
I tried stopping her.
Marcus just pinches at the bridge of his nose and goes, okay.
I mean,
what did you pay for your themed meals?
Sorry?
You bought this meal, correct? You paid for this themed meal?
Oh, they were tax funded.
No.
they were in the. Should we just?
Marcus just kind of gives a side eye over to Lux and just kind of gives her a little nod, saying, "Hang on, I got this." B, did you pay for your lunch?
No.
Okay, we'll just put a couple of gold in each of the bags, and we'll just go along the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see how much money I have. She's gonna start digging. Well, I gotta wash my hands first. She's gonna climb down her stool and climb up the counters.
Mm-hmm.
So there's handprints of barbecue sauce.
Oh, jeez.
The trail.
Are you a toddler now?
No, she can't climb up. She has to climb up the counter.
The most of the buildings in the 10th Kingdom are gnome accessible.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. I'll swing out the stairs that are there.
The little gnomes.
Yeah, I got a pull-out gnome stool or halfling stool.
I didn't know it was everywhere.
Well, most places probably are.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll wash my hands, and then I'll look through my bag. I have 105 gold.
Okay.
I don't think these meals were worth 1 gold.
They're worth 2 gold because they're themed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's true.
You pay for the experience.
Yeah. Exactly.
The experience of being Deborah and Devin, which are both D names that you picked.
And you got to eat in a taxpayer-funded office.
It's true.
That is true. This was quite an outing. Okay, 2 gold each?
2 gold each, yep.
I think so.
Okay. I don't think the ribs were worth that much, but okay.
Well, that's
So
why
But
you gotta
you
find
sh-
the price before you buy it, though, right? You always
What's
gotta
the
find the
price
price
that's
before you eat
listed?
something.
Ah,
you
Look at the
should
2 gold.
leave. You should leave Devin a note and tell him that the ribs weren't that good.
It's not stick around that long.
Put the gold
Oh,
back in the
man.
bag. And she'll throw the gold into the bag with the barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're covered in barbecue sauce.
Yeah, so what do you guys do for the remainder of your day? Did you have anything else, anyone else's meals you wanted to eat? Or
I didn't look at Jonathan's.
Halo's just going to shut the fridge?
I like that Halo stayed there the entire time just to make sure that B like was okay. Yeah, I'll ask Marcus how his conversation went with Charles as we're leaving.
I would wait till we get out of the building and a fair amount away before I start talking about it. And I just kind of whisper to Lux that Charles thinks our friend Quincy is a changeling.
No way.
Yep. Had something to do with the age of when tieflings showed up and the generational time gap. So he thinks he's a changeling who somehow knew Zephyr to begin with and stole his personality.
That's wild.
Is he still gonna get us the documents?
Oh yeah, he's still gonna get us the documents.
Oh, okay.
If nothing
Cool,
else,
cool, cool, cool.
if nothing else, I played into it to see if we can't get any more information about changelings as well. So
Isn't
And you guys are whispering this, right?
yes,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can make a perception check if you want to overhear it.
like I'm not trying to hide it from the group. I'm trying to hide it from the surrounding public. So it's not like I'm
Okay.
trying to hide it from you guys.
Okay, so Zephyr, you would still hear it.
Oh shit! You
Huh.
don't know what a changeling is.
What are these changelings exactly?
So more or less, no one's really sure they exist. But what conspiracy theorists think they are, is there are these creatures who can form themselves to become anyone they want. And they can become anyone they want, and they sound like anyone they want. They do this by stealing their personalities.
Dastard.
Yes. I don't believe that actually happens that way, but who do I know? I mean, I don't know anything about it. So I'm just having the archivist whose entire job is around study and uncovering things. I asked him to look into it. So we'll find out.
What if I am a changeling and I just didn't know it?
That would be a big one.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't know, would you? Because you'd have somebody else's personality and their looks and their whole history and everything, right?
I think that's how that works, but that sounds a little more like a clone than anything else.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, take me to the library. I have an idea. If I can solve a mystery in like a mystery book before it gets to the end, then I still have my natural senses that can't be imitated.
To the library.
To the library.
Wait,
Yeah.
I have a what if you would have ate one of those themed meals? Would that would have helped?
I don't think it would have helped that much. If nothing else, we would have lost him.
He
Yeah,
accidentally
you could
ate
become
someone's
Jonathan. That'd be a terrible
meal.
thing.
Okay. Should we take Zephyr Quincy to the library then and see if he can solve a mystery book?
Yeah, let's do that. Give
Yeah.
him some time to get acclimated again.
This would be
All
a
right.
good test to make sure that you're not a changeling.
Yes, that'd be a great test.
So Zephyr, go ahead and give me your choice of a investigation or insight roll while you try to decipher the ending of this book.
We go insight because I have this one extra point in that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Nat one. That's good. That's
Hey, wasn't the innkeep?
No, it's that's actually supposed to be a double twist, so that one's really difficult to get. You should try a different one.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's terrible writing, honestly.
Yeah.
Just came out of the left field, all the way from left field, clearly.
Yep, you should try a different one. Try one of the more classic ones. That should be a little bit more on point with the writing.
There's one with a detective named Herlock Sholmes.
For copyright reasons.
I mean, Sherlock Holmes is public domains, but whatever.
He's still got really strong.
Not
really
in this
strong
time
company.
period. This is
Yeah.
1960s, so he can't.
Yeah, the estate's still rabid.
Yeah,
Oh,
the estate is insane, man. That's why they couldn't
Alright.
call him Sherlock Holmes in the most recent Ace Attorney game. For your
All right.
information.
If you want to read another book, go ahead and make another insight roll.
I'm gonna go investigation this time. Insight's backstab me. 11.
Okay, 11. Let me determine the difficulty of this book. I'm just gonna roll a d20. Okay, yeah, this one's a little easier. You do see the twist coming in at the end. But as you guys are reading in the library, we transition to a view of Charles as he's going through the archives. We see him open one of the various filing cabinets and pull out a file marked Zephyr Westley. He picks it up, closes the filing cabinet, and walks over to the door. And as he leaves, the door is just about to swing shut when it stops, opens back up, and closes.
Rest in peace.
Was there anything else you guys wanted to do today?
Beads wants to check out some mechanics books and stuff.
Try to learn how to drive a car.
No, to build more robots because she has to. She's going on to the semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she wants to make sure she knows what she's doing.
Marcus would offer Zephyr a game of chess.
Yeah, very well. This hasn't changed much, has it?
Nah, same rules.
Do you guys want to make contested intelligence checks?
Sure.
If you have proficiency with chess as a game, you can add that. Otherwise, just your raw intelligence.
Okay.
Ooh.
15.
15, pretty good.
Wow.
But it's not close enough to Marcus's 22.
Same game, new moves though.
Well, some things do evolve over time. You're witty though. It almost got me. Care for another?
Might as well.
Marcus 15. Zephyr just barely getting ahead with the 17.
Oh, good one. Got me in the corner. I'm getting myself a drink. Anyone else want anything?
Yeah, let's go for a drink.
You go
Zephyr?
for some orange juice.
That's just fine with me.
Sounds good.
Halo, drinking? Alcohol?
Yeah, I'll take a cocktail, I guess.
Oh, you're still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm always here.
He's just
I
really
should have wanted off
quiet.
something.
What did you say?
He's just really quiet.
Yep.
What did you say, Badger?
I said, oh, I thought you wandered off there for a second.
Oh, still here.
Good man.
So this day comes to a close, and Marcus, it is, the day that you're going to go see Charles again.
Mm-hmm.
Do you tell everyone else?
Yeah, I'd let Zephyr and Lux know. I'd probably let Halo know as well, but I'm gonna let B get some robot thing on, so I'll just let her be.
She
I'll let
doesn't
B
want me
be.
eating people's food.
Maybe.
I'll ask Marcus if I can go with him.
Sure. Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah.
Just we've all been in situations where we've gotten alone. We don't want any dangerous things happening. I'm thinking specifically at the bank. So
Fair point. Fair point.
power in numbers,
Fair.
right?
Yeah.
In that case, I will tag along too.
Sounds good. Halo, do you want to come too?
Yeah, I can come.
B is the only one not invited.
Are we going to invite B? She's the only one not here.
That's true. She
Aw.
was working on some robots though, wasn't she?
Halo makes direct eye contact with you, Marcus, and says, "I'll make sure she doesn't eat anyone's food."
That's appreciated. All right, let's go get her.
Okay. As you guys are driving there, you're nearing the building. Who's driving?
Me.
Okay.
How
So
are you guys gonna go without my car?
yeah, how are you? I mean, there's public transportation.
I'm cooler.
Okay.
They would have to pay for it.
All right. So what is everyone doing while they're in the car?
I'm probably just like talking to Zephyr and Marcus. I feel like I'm sitting in the back seat for sure. So I'm chatting with whoever's back there.
Marcus, we'll probably be in the passenger seat up front.
Zephyr's just probably telling war stories. So anyway, I did a backflip, snapped the demon's neck, and saved the day.
That sounds like, I don't know, too cool. And then be swerves to make a road turn.
Speak about things that could be a little more cool.
B, there's no left on red. You don't do that.
That's really
Oh, thanks. I have to save up money for driver's ed.
So as you guys are driving, everyone can make this check. I need a perception check or many perception checks.
God. 8. A
What
16,
says the
17,
highest so far?
a 16, 17, and 18 all in a row. Come on.
18.
Ooh, 218.
Oh my
I think it
God.
makes sense that B, you're being pretty alert because you're the one driving. Lux, you're probably the one giving her directions.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like me.
So both of you notice, though they are not active, as you get closer to the office building, there are more and more MLE police cars in the area. They seem to just have like people in them, like the officers inside, on standby, not actively doing anything. But you do notice like there's more like in the alleyways or on the sides of the street.
Like, okay, so the spike is not like, the spike would be to the point where we'd be like, oh, there must be something going on, right? Like, it's the spike in the number of cars, MLE cars.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like any of them are actively doing anything.
Do any of them like pull out, or any of them on the road, or are they just all on like parked basically?
None of them are like driving. They're all sort of like parked in various locations.
Like they're waiting for something.
As the former detective myself, I'm probably used to stakeouts. Could I maybe like identify if that's what they're doing?
Yeah, because I would bring it to everyone's attention. I just like, there seems to, because we have already established that Lux has been a little paranoid about this, about the MLE. So she would bring it to everyone's attention and be like, you guys have noticed there's like a lot of cops out, right? Every time that we pass a car, she'll just kind of like nod towards it or like indicate, like, I saw one over there, like there's one in front of us.
Would I recognize this play?
Yes, Zephyr. You may make either an investigation or an insight check.
17.
So this is the usual thing when they are waiting for something. What they're waiting for? Go ahead and ask me like specific questions that you may have, and I'll try to answer them. 17 will get you varying results.
So they seem to be watching us.
No. With a 17, they are unaware. They are looking for someone, but they don't. It doesn't seem like they know where to look.
Does it look like they're about to spring a trap?
With a 17, you would not know that.
I think Zephyr would kind of huddle down in his seat. Maybe like, I don't know, if he's wearing like a hat or like something, he'll probably like pull it a little bit down closer to kind of hide himself a little bit.
Are they increasing in numbers as we get closer to Charles's office?
With a 17, you would notice that they have been basically evenly dispersed. It seems like they're trying to not group up too much.
Okay. I would tell B, like, drive past Charles's office. Like, just keep going. And if we need to, like, see what's kind of going on in the area, like, if we have enough time, Marcus, I think we should just maybe take a swing around the block, see kind of what's going on. Because you know, there are a lot of criminals. Have we heard anything on the news, perhaps, about anybody like a fugitive or anything?
You could make a history check.
Okay.
Maybe not history check. Make a. I mean, there's no role for watching something. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Because that would be you actively looking for something. Okay, so there was actually, counter to your point, Lux. Things seemed very calm this morning. There were like, a couple of burglaries, but that's normal for a big city.
Uh-huh.
It seemed pretty quiet the previous night and this morning.
Yeah. Pretty quiet or like eerily quiet?
Not eerily quiet, but quiet to the point where it does not warrant this many police cars.
Yeah,
There's not like someone going around killing all of the bad people, like Death Note style.
Amazing.
Yeah, Lux is concerned. Yeah, she'll just kind of say like, look, it seems like it's been pretty quiet out. I don't know who or what they're looking for. I mean, we didn't. It can't be us, right? I mean,
Probably not.
maybe.
B, we're going to go 3 or 4 blocks past the office building, and now I'm going to ask you to pull over somewhere near a cafe. I want you guys to go into the cafe.
Marcus, you can't go in by yourself.
Well, he's expecting me, and I'm not magical, and this might actually work out for the best.
Okay.
So Halo's gonna nudge you, Zephyr. And did you outwardly speak about like the cops being like preparing for something?
Yeah, I probably would have said something about it.
So if he nudges you and he says, "Do you think if they were preparing for something and weren't allowed to leave their post, would you want to run this stoplight?" And there's like an MLE officer right like parked in the like alongside the road. Yeah, Halo looks at you, Zephyr. He's like, would they chase or would they have to stay?
Wow, that's like really
Well, I guess
risky
we
of
could
you to
test
like
it.
think that.
Oh my gosh, B's in love.
B was about to make a comment like, "Wow, that was really cute. Oh my god!" And then she'll just slam her foot on the pedal.
Okay. So are you waiting to hear from Zephyr before you do it, or are you just doing it?
I think the fact that Halo said it, she would do it, but I feel really bad.
Well, let's see if we get pulled over. I guess.
What did Zephyr say? I can't remember.
It doesn't sound like a bad idea. Let's try it.
Okay,
so he's willing to go along.
You floor it. A couple of like cars. You catch it right as it turned red. So no cars were in the intersection, thank goodness. But
it was just a stale yellow.
You do it right in front of like an MLE officer. The car has to like slam on their brakes. The MLE officer does not move.
Oh shit!
I would like to state that B looked at the MLE officer and like was like, "Bleh," and like just stuck her tongue out.
Good.
Well, they're definitely waiting for someone.
Doesn't look like us, at least.
That's really not good.
Well, I mean,
they're waiting for.
Well, if it was us, then they would have gotten us, right?
We would have been made right then.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm anxious.
I bet you it's some just Demon King business with that whole invasion that happened.
Maybe. Just keep it cool.
Yeah, we'll
I'm gonna
just
stay
play.
in the car and keep the car running in case something happens.
Yeah, why don't we just go park by a cafe? You know, I think there's a Waffle House a couple of blocks away. We could just go chill in the parking lot and get some coffee. Or even a Wawa.
Ooh. A Wawa.
Let's drop Marcus off. Go park in the Waffle House. Wait, should we drop you off or do you want to walk?
I think I'd want to walk.
Okay.
Keep your radio stone on so we hear everything, and in case something bad happens, we can like come get you.
Yeah.
Will do. All right, so Marcus would turn to Halo and said, Halo, make sure they don't get in any trouble, especially that one, pointing at B.
You got it.
Zephyr, keep your eye out. You've got a good sense of what's going on around us. Make sure that they don't get snatched up. And I turn to Lux, and I would pull out an amulet of proof against detection and say, you might want to hang on to this for a little bit, just in case.
Okay. All right. Yeah. She will give Marcus a hug and give you a bardic inspiration. It only lasts for 10 minutes. Good luck.
Sounds good.
So just to be clear, Marcus, you're going in by yourself.
Yes, because I feel like at this point, he's human, and there's no magic about him, and it's an old friend of his. He has a meeting set up with the day before. So far, he doesn't have to lie to get in the door.
How far are you guys parking away from the building?
Oh no. Blocks.
Motherfucker. Like, it's
I'd
gotta
imagine
be
like
2 blocks, probably.
yeah.
Let me
I'd say like
put it this way. If you had to get to the office, how long would it take you to get there?
2 minutes.
2
With the car
minutes.
running.
2.
He's
Yeah,
got steel foot.
we're staying in the car. You know what? Here's a better idea. Actually, now that this has been raised, maybe we see how far away the Waffle House is, and is there like a unoccupied abandoned building or something? Is there a place where there's no MLE officers around the building that we can be close to? So like, you know, I'm assuming this is kind of like it's a government research facility or building or something, and so it's kind of, at least in Atlanta, these things are kind of like a little bit like a campus, like so I'm assuming that there's some sort of building or other buildings or a parking lot or something that we can be in that's like catty corner or really close, that we can just like maybe chill. So like we could pull out some of the snacks that B always has in her car.
Does this city building have a cafe? Like a cafeteria?
There can be anything like cafe wise that you guys need within however far you want of the office. Does that make sense?
Would the office have a cafeteria?
It has that little like kitchen area, but it does not have its own cafeteria. No.
Okay. I think that if this is built like a campus, or if there's something it can be wherever we want, then we should be like literally catty corner. So like we literally would just have to run across the street. I think we should, and by run I mean drive the vehicle across the street. So,
do you guys want me to show you the map of the office building?
Yes.
Before you go in.
Yeah.
yes.
Because we've been there, so. Oh no, this is making me really nervous.
Let me know when you guys can see the map.
Yes.
I see blocks.
Oh my god.
I see an office. All right.
It's really big.
Okay. So yeah, the office building does have its own parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
You can see like the entrance and the exit, and there is a varying amount of cars, and it's 6 parking spaces.
I would think that. Let me just ping it. I would think that we could be parked like if there was a place over here, at the
Storage over there.
Yeah, like I would assume that it's an office building, and I'm assuming there are other office buildings around, so that there are probably like places to eat and stuff. And so I would think that if this is, where's the entrance to the building? Is it here? No, that's the lunchroom.
Let me ping it for you.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, I would think that here, like down in this area, would be the safest, so we could keep eyes on that. Either down here or up here. Like Lux would be insistent, since it felt like there are a lot of people around. Like I would think that what could happen is that they would drop, like they'd go and park in the Waffle House parking lot. We'd all get coffee, then we'd let Marcus start walking, and then we'd drive basically and be there to watch him go in.
Okay. So within eyesight of the building is what I'm hearing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just so since we have the map, let me go ahead and explain it. This is the reception desk, the entrance where you meet at reception.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere with a rug is a designated office. Charles is right here. There's also 2 bathrooms denoted by the plain white tile rooms. The kitchen is the area with the counter and the table and chairs. And then there's also a storage area where they probably keep cleaning supplies and whatnot.
Oh, I know which room the kitchen is.
I'm sure you do.
Oh, yeah.
Lastly, there is a back exit that leads into the alley.
Okay. Are there any I assume that we're coming from like this direction. When we come down that direction, do we see any MLE officers in the alley?
Your perception check was an 18, right?
Yes.
There are absolutely no MLE officers parked in any of these alleys.
Huh. Okay, seems super safe then. Yeah, Lux will tell everybody that on their way back with her coffee and chocolate chip waffle. Maybe if they had enough time to make one for her.
Let me go ahead and give you guys a car so you can put it where you want to put it.
I'm gonna let B do it because she's driving.
Our own car? Wow.
Yeah, we're in a Jeep, baby.
I don't have a Jeep token, so I'm just gonna use this one here.
I think that's fine.
I'll give you control of it. Controlled by all players. Alright, so you're gonna park it in the parking lot?
No.
No?
No,
Sorry, you mentioned that.
We're gonna be like, yeah.
Where did you move it? It's gone for me now.
I didn't move it.
It's right.
That's the bottom right. Bottom right.
Yeah, right here.
Sorry.
We got it. We're fucked. We're so fucked.
I don't think so. I don't think we're fucked yet.
All right. So so going back for my sake, could you please separate yourselves on the home map into who is going into the office and who is not?
No.
Only Marcus is going into the office, so
Yes.
yeah, I'll move myself over here with Zephyr.
Okay.
Come on, baby Halo.
Oh, I forgot you guys can't move. I should give you access to his character.
No, we all have access.
Everyone has access to Halo's character. You learn what his name is.
I would like access to Halo's
No.
character, please.
Anyway. Yeah, so Marcus, you go into the office. Same thing. Receptionist is there. You go ahead and check in.
All right, sounds good.
Yep, you walk down the hall, and yeah, Charles's door is closed.
I approach and knock on the door.
So you knock on the door, and you just hear him say, "Come in."
I would open the door and walk in.
Yeah, so on his desk, you see just a little folder containing some, papers, and at the top you can see it's marked Zephyr Wesley. Yeah, he looks at you. He's like, "Marcus, it's good to see you."
It's good to see you too, Charles. I see you found a little something.
Yes, and he like pushes it over the table to you. Could you please make an insight roll? 15, pretty good. He has no bonus to this, and he gets a 5. Looking at Charles, it seems like he is terrified right now. You see his hand is like shaking as he slides the folder over to the table. He looks at you, and then his eyes go a dull color, and he falls onto the table.
Charles. I reach over to try and shake him.
There's no response.
I check for his pulse.
Make a medicine check.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Oh!
A nat 1. You can't tell. This happened so fast. You have no idea what's going on. In 6 seconds, 1 round of combat, effectively.
Okay.
What do you do?
Alright, if I can't tell if he's dead or alive, I grab the folder, I open it up, and I want to see how many papers are in there.
There's a good bit discussing his, Zephyr's position in the war, what he did. As you investigate the folder, 6 seconds go by. It's 2 rounds of combat.
I pull over the radio. Charles is down. I don't know what's wrong with him. I've got a folder of Zephyr's history. I'm going to try and get out of here.
Lex will radio back and just be like, leave immediately.
We're just gonna leave him
The
in
door.
there,
Alright.
right?
So,
Get to the front entrance.
Halo like stammers. She's like, "Wait, I can save him."
Okay, fine. So should we go in?
go to the alleyway out back.
Okay.
We'll to the back alley entrance.
Yeah, let's go to the back.
Keep your eye out for anybody who might be coming this way. This didn't look natural.
Okay.
Doesn't he have like a roadside office? Could we get in through the window?
The window is closed right now. It probably is kept locked.
Did Marcus unlock it?
He could.
All right.
Marcus, unlock the window.
Okay. You guys have 7 rounds to get there. If you're dashing, you can get there no problem.
We're in my car.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take the car.
Well, you guys are like, it would honestly take longer to start the car and try and park it. You guys are just better hoofing it across the street.
I was just gonna like drive up on the sidewalk and then park by the window.
Okay. Could you
Wait. I need to run this by everyone. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking everybody else.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm okay with you driving on the sidewalk and disobeying every. Lux will look at you and just be like, just drive, just fucking disobey. You already ran the light, right? And they didn't even care, so just drive.
This is an emergency after all.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Move the car where you need to move it. So you're parking in the alleyway?
Is that where the window is? Where's the window?
Yeah, the window's on that side.
Yeah, so what I did was I drove on the road and then I saw the alleyway that's beside his office and I backed in real quick.
Okay. Marcus, yeah, you open the window, you guys park there, and everyone gets inside, no problem.
Do you guys think I should stay in the car in case we need to make a quick getaway?
Yes, B should stay in the wheel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm keeping the car running.
Okay. Halo goes to cast his spell. You see him take out a diamond and mutter some arcane words. You see like these arcane sigils of golden, basically water, hover in the air for a second, and they start to pop as he says these words. At the end of the spell, Halo opens his eyes, and Charles is still on the table. It has been within the time frame of casting Revivify.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
That means he's dead, and he hasn't. Oh no.
He hasn't been dead longer than a minute.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait, he's dead though? Okay, hold on. I have something.
He is dead though?
He's dead though, and we can't bring him back. I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead.
Okay. You cast Speak with Dead. It does
Yeah.
not work.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Okay. I'm gonna look at Marcus.
Could you?
Oh fuck.
James,
Yes.
would Marcus even think that it's possible that this might be a doll or something that's like a non-living golem?
With your medicine check, you have absolutely no clue.
Could I do it?
What was Charles's race? He was a half elf, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd look at anybody and say, when is the corpse not a corpse? Could this be a construct?
Is it a
And
zombie?
could I like a construct or like something that was made? Like, is there a way that we can find out?
You can make another medicine check, Marcus. I feel like with the nat 3 or the not nat 3, the nat 1, someone else would have to make the medicine.
Oh yeah, no, I would not be making this call. That would be totally them.
I have a +3 to medicine.
Okay. Go ahead and make the medicine check.
19.
Oh baby.
Tell me what you do to determine if this is a human body or not.
Well, probably start with basic first aid, check for pulse. And then if not, he'll like put a finger under his nose, see if he's breathing.
Okay. No breath, no pulse.
All right, he'll open in the eyes, see if they're dilating.
Does anyone know what happens to a dead body's eyes when they're? I honestly don't know the answer to this question.
I just know if you stop breathing, you can be in cardiac arrest.
Typically the muscles will push it up and back.
So will the eyes dilate if someone is actually dead?
The muscles would relax, so I'd imagine they would open.
Wait, let's Google it. Hold on.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Be careful with your Google searches, please.
After death, there's no reflexes of the pupil
don't
to
worry,
light,
I'll
and the
do
cornea
yours.
also loses its reflex.
Okay, so there's no reflexes to the eyes then?
Besides that, the pressure in the eyes starts to decrease and the eyeballs become flaccid.
So they become like gummy.
Sink into the orbits of the eyes.
That seems like death way down the line. The part I got from that is that they would not dilate when exposed to light. So yeah, you open his eyelid, shine a light in there. There's no response.
Oh no.
With your various medicine checks, this very much seems to be at what point was a living human being.
Okay, this says that the pupils dilate.
Oh, they do dilate.
It says, at the moment of death, all the muscles in the body relax, a state called primary flaccidity. Eyelids lose their tension, the pupils dilate, the jaw might fall open, and the body joints and limbs are flexed.
Okay, so yes, he's just dead weight right now.
I'm gonna check if he has a belly button.
You pull up his half-tucked-in shirt. He has a belly button. Lux, you are the one that did the Speak with Dead.
I did do that, yes.
Could you make an Arcana roll for me?
I would love to.
Is there anything you want to do with this particular Arcana roll?
Let's see how well it goes first. Hey, 15. Yeah, so that's not bad, all things considered. Yeah, I would like to see if there's like any magic that has been placed on him, or like if there's any magical objects on him or in the room, for instance, or yeah.
You would need detect magic with that. The Arcana roll I asked for was for a specific aspect of how things live. A 15 does not grant you that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have.
Can I also clarify that like I was checking to see if he has a belly button to imply that there was an umbilical cord, there at one point.
No, I got you. It makes sense.
We didn't just think
like he wasn't
weird.
Like in a test tube or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just want to clarify that.
Does anyone else want to make an Arcana roll?
Am I allowed to make an Arcana roll if I'm in the car?
I guess I could.
Not if you're in the car, no, because you're not here.
Okay.
I got +2. Let's try
before
it
you
anyway.
make this Arcana, okay.
Oh,
Well.
A
sorry,
21.
I clicked it right. Said that.
A 21 is sufficient for this. Zephyr, I don't know how you know this. There is one spell that is able to destroy the actual soul of a person with no revivification possible at that point. And that would be power word kill.
Oh,
I've seen this before.
oh frick.
Case from a long time ago.
If Revivify did not work, there are either two possibilities that you can think of. Either the soul was not willing to return, where it has passed beyond, so to say, or the actual soul of the person has been destroyed.
I'm just gonna go and
Okay,
say that
you guys need to leave
they
now.
recognize this.
Okay, let's go.
I take the folder, shove it into Zephyr's hands, and push them all out the window, closing the window behind them. And I would go towards the reception area, try and summon the police.
So you're going to the reception area?
Yep.
So yeah, she just looks at you and she says, "Hi, is everything okay?" And she's looking at you, which I'm assuming you look flustered.
Yes, I'm trying not to hide anything. So I would say, I was talking with Charles. Charles's eyes went blank, and he fell over dead on his desk. We need help.
I'm sorry. What? She's just like looking at you. You can see the disbelief in her eyes.
So, do I need to take you to his office?
No. And yeah, she like picks up the phone and immediately dials 911.
Good.
As you guys are coming out of the window of the office, an MLA vehicle pulls up
Us?
to the road adjacent to you guys.
Act natural.
Act natural. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Make
Vicious.
anyone climbing out of the window make initiative roll for me, please.
Oh,
shit.
fuck.
Do you need me to make one? Because I'm in the car.
No, not you. Anyone? Okay, that's what I needed. Zephyr, you do not get out before the MLA vehicle pulls up to see you climbing out of the window.
I'm just
There's
gonna
no
do like
magic
the
going on.
principal. I'm gonna do the principal Skinner. Oh, just stretching it here on the window.
They like see you like torso coming out of the window is what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
You know, just
There's a pause, and you hear a whoop as the lights go on.
Okay, just get Lux will just push
he'll
him
just fall into the car. He'll just
out of the Yeah, Lux will just push him out of the window and then
Oh yeah.
I don't know what to do. Is he the only person out, or did like Halo make it out, or did Zephyr go first?
That's a good question. You got an initiative roll higher than Zephyr, so we'll say you got out of the window. Let me roll for Halo. Halo. How do you do with initiative? You have a +2. There's over a 50% chance. He gets a 21. So yes, he is out of the window.
Great. So we're just pulling Zephyr out of the window then.
Yes, pulling him out of the window as an MLE officer pulls up.
What should we do? We're looking at B. I'm looking
we
at
gotta
B.
get him in the car. Pull him in.
Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car.
I get in car as fast as I can.
Okay.
Yeah. I also get in the car.
Okay.
Be like awkwardly smiles at the cops that are looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
She's like,
What do you do next?
I'm gonna.
Are the cops out of their car, or are they still?
No,
in
they're. You see one of them pick up like a receiver, and say something into it.
I'm be like,
The lights are still on right now.
Okay. There's two of them in that car,
Mm-hmm.
and how far away are they from us?
Let's see. We drive on the. I'll roll a 1 or a 2. See what side of the road they are on. 1, it's the left side. 2, it's the right side, respective to the screen. That is.
Okay.
They're on the left side. So that means they are approaching from the downside of the map.
Okay.
Zephyr will just kind of like pat the two on the
Close
shoulder,
enough.
just be like, just play it cool. I can talk my way out of this.
Okay, yeah, let's talk to the police.
In my car?
That is parked in the alleyway outside of an office building.
That we
A
just came
government
out of
office building.
that we just came
In
out
fact-
of the window. Give me those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll hand the documents over to Lux.
I
All right,
will.
and Zephyr's going to hop out and walk over to the car.
Okay. Yeah, they say another thing. Let me move your token over to the map.
While he does that, I'll use my cloak of many fashions to like poof on like a long cloak, a cape, like a trench coat, I guess, that has like an interior pocket that is big enough to hide the papers.
That's fine. Zephyr, go ahead and walk over to the car.
Yeah, Zephyr's just going to hurry up here and look both ways, and then come out to the car because he's safety minded. It's a good thing you boys are here. Someone fainted in that building.
They will look past you to the building. They will whisper something to the other person and nod. And one of them turns back to you. Can you show us the building, please? And you will proceed to get out of the car.
Can I like read like from their body language? He's about to grab me or something.
Yeah, make an insight roll.
25.
You can see that they are very wary. They are not being actively hostile at the moment. But if they see reason that this situation would turn south, it is likely, yes, they probably would.
Good. All right.
The other one, you hear them radio in, I might need some backup here on the corner of 3rd and Main. Yep, the old office building.
And Zephyr will lead them. I guess this is the front like area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll head over that way and lead them there.
Okay. So as you get there, I think Marcus, have you vacated, or are you waiting to hear the finished phone call of the reception desk?
Marcus would stay with the receptionist to make sure it's all happening, and he would probably make a show of like pacing, just kind of like what's happening kind of thing.
Okay. So opening the door, you see Zephyr with standing behind him an MLE officer.
Excellent.
She has not finished her call with 911.
Oh.
At this second, you hear 911. What's your emergency?
I would just look at the cops, going, "God, you're dry on the spot. About time you guys got here."
I'm under the
response times nowadays.
Sorry?
I was told someone fainted.
Yes, he's in his office.
Can you show me them, please?
Sure. I will take them back to the office. Wait, he said fainted?
That is what I was told. Show me the office, please.
Sure. First right and the last office on the left. He would walk back towards there, kind of stop at the halfway through the conference room, and say he's in there.
At this point, you will hear more sirens coming from all different directions.
Oh man.
Yeah, Zephyr's just going to get on the radio and say to maybe pull the car somewhere that's a little less, conspicuous.
Yeah,
and should try that. Running probably isn't the best idea right now.
I don't know.
Question: did the cops abandon their vehicle in the middle of the street?
No, there's one more remaining in the car.
Okay. So is Zephyr? Did you go with me back with the officer, or did you stay in the main by the reception?
For now, since I called them, I'm staying like the reception area, I guess.
Okay.
So you begin walking. Let me grab an MLE officer token.
He would walk down here, probably go all the way to here, and he would say, "This is Charles's office. I have no idea what happened. I was talking to him, and he collapsed. And then I ran out to reception to call for help, and you showed up.
And your friends? And he like gestures at the window, which is still open.
I closed it. I told him I closed it.
He did.
I tried to push them out and close the door behind them.
What reason did you have for doing that?
Wait, is this James asking me, or is this the cop?
This is the MLE cop. Yeah.
Oh no, I was saying that earlier. Oh, because they would have seen him coming out. Fuck.
Yeah, they saw us. We've been made multiple times.
I closed the window behind them. Because I was afraid they would get this exact thing would happen. I was afraid that there would be circumstances and that they would be caught up in them. I just really didn't want to get them involved. He's a friend of mine, and I wanted to stay behind to make sure that he was okay.
The officer nods and says, "Wait here."
Not going anywhere.
And they go into the office. You see them look at Charles's body, kind of investigating it at a glance. And then you hear them say on their walkie-talkie or radio stone, "We have a case of a potential homicide." And at that point, the officer walks out and says, "We're going to need to talk to you and your friends."
Oh no.
Okay. So at this point, Mark has no idea what to do at this point because he's not entirely sure what's going to happen now. There's no good way for me to send a message to them either. Shit. All right. Should I wait for you guys here in the conference room? We're going to make this a little more formal. Do you want to go elsewhere? Should we follow you?
Oh, I'm sorry. You were saying that to me?
Yeah, to the officer. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he just says, "I think I saw some chairs in the kitchen. Why don't you and your friends wait there?"
Right. Sounds good. Are you going to? Should I go out and get them? Like, what's?
We'll bring them.
Okay. As soon as the officer turns the corner to try and go back towards reception to get them, I will get on my radio stone and tell them that there's an officer coming to get them, and we need to get Lux and Halo out.
But they don't arrest people just for being magical, right?
I think that's what's going on here, though.
Proper paperwork.
Yeah.
But if they never use magic, then they're okay, right?
Yeah, they have to see you using magic.
Okay, good.
It's very, very hard to upkeep, but if you're caught, there are serious legal ramifications.
Okay.
So yeah, the MLE officer comes over to you, Zephyr, and he says, "If you wouldn't mind, wait with your friend in the kitchen, please. We have some questions for you all."
Of course.
And
over there.
Could you, Zephyr, please make an insight roll? Wait, was that 25, the last one?
Yeah, that was the last one. This one's 16. Or 15, excuse me.
Okay. I'm going to roll something. There is a look of recognition as they look at you. And without another word, he turns and walks away.
Zephyr will radio to the others, like, just what's going on the inside. And it'd probably be best if, like, they pulled, like, around, like, to the front.
Yeah, I think that we would do that.
You also emphasize that we haven't done anything wrong. Just play it cool.
Okay.
I'd be on the radio stand and say, "Hey, B, why don't you pull into the parking lot in the middle spot closest to the building? I feel like that might serve us best."
Will do.
So an MLE officer does come to your car. Oh, you don't get a chance to move it.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
never mind.
Move it back.
Oh my god. I don't even get a chance to cast a spell. Shit. Fuck me.
An Emily officer comes up to your car and says, "Would you all please exit the vehicle?"
Can I pull apart?
No, leave the car where it is.
Well, I can't really open my Jeep doors in this alley because it's so small. Can I
You
go
can make.
apart?
I mean, it is pretty narrow. Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, we're pretty thick.
I'm really thick. Good persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
13.
13's not enough.
Uh-oh.
You were able to get into the car, so you can get out of them.
I wasn't able to get out of the car.
You, the gnome, the smallest person.
Lux will get out of the car and then just help get B out, since she seems to be, and she's like, we just gotta do this, okay? It's gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
Oh. She'll take the key out.
Okay.
Climb over.
At this point, you also see an ambulance pull up with several Church of Harain clerics, coming out. A couple of them rush into the office, move Charles onto a stretcher, and escort him away. But yeah, so you all agree to go into the sort of kitchen area.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it would have made more sense if they had you in a conference room. There's more space in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, one of the officers comes into the room and says, "Would you all be okay with answering a couple of questions?"
Marcus would say that he's more than happy to answer questions that you might have.
Yeah, sure.
So, you see him open a book, and he begins reading you essentially your Miranda rights. And as he's doing this, a magical circle is transcribed around you guys.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Not another magical contract again.
And he says, "This is a zone of truth. Should you resist the spell, I will know.
Mm-hmm.
I want you all to comply with answering truthfully and honestly."
In those rights is there a fifth?
Definitely, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
good, great.
Now we can't actually lie, but we can omit, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
So as long as we don't outright lie, we're okay.
Yeah.
So, as he casts a spell, he looks at you all and says, "If one of you would please, to the best of your ability, explain what happened."
Marcus says he'd be happy to. I came by yesterday to visit my friend. I asked him to look into the record of an old war hero, specifically the pilot who dropped the reality bomb on the Demon King. He said he would need some time to look at it, and he told me to come back this morning. I came back. He and I had a brief conversation. He looked really nervous. He passed me a folder, and his eyes just went this. I can't describe it. It's like something was just sucked out of him, and he collapsed.
Yeah, so as you're talking, the officer's taking notes, and you're in the zone, so oh geez, I can't say that. He nods and he says, "Thank you. Are any of you here licensed magic users?"
I'm not, but I don't know how to do magic anyways.
I'm
Nope.
a mechanic.
I'm a musician.
Halo will reach into his bag, and he pulls out his magical registration card and hands it to the officer. The officer looks at it and he says, "And you were not in the building during the time of this?" And Halo just shakes his head. "No, I wasn't. I tried to cast Revivify on him, but it didn't work. And someone give me an insight check for the officer, please.
I have a plus
Uh,
3.
Okay.
You have a plus what?
I have a plus 3.
I have a plus 3.
I got a +5.
+6.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Zephyr, let's have you make that.
I'll give you a bardic inspiration for when you want to use it. Okay, it doesn't have to be now, but
All right. Confident with 15.
So with a 15, there's no response from this officer.
B, I'll also give you a bardic
Ten.
inspiration. Never mind.
I'll
No,
use
no.
the bardic inspiration.
It's a D8 right now. So
5, 15.
Same thing. The officer says your registration checks out. No problems there. And you are the only one with a relationship to this Charles. He looks at you, Marcus.
Yes, I'm the only one who has. Yes, he's my friend. I'm the one.
All right. Well, since being in the zone of truth did not give us any bad results, it seems you all are telling the truth. Now, there are ways around this, but you all will be put on a sort of watch list, if that is okay or understandable.
How long are we going to be on this watch list for?
Until we find the one responsible for this.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
yeah, but we didn't have anything to do with it. So
Marcus would kind of respectfully raise his hand to ask a question.
Yeah, he'll look at you.
Sorry, officer, but I was there. There was nobody nearby. I have no idea what happened to this man. Do you have any idea?
You didn't hear anything at all that was odd.
Not that I can recall. No, he was standing there. He was sitting there and very, very scared, but he just fell over.
You didn't hear any words at all, as if someone was casting a spell.
Honestly, no, I didn't hear any.
He nods, like, that makes sense.
How does that make sense?
No, he doesn't say that makes sense, but he just nods,
Oh,
as if
okay.
as if that makes sense to him.
Please, officer, he's my friend. I need to know what happened to him.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm terrible at those.
you still have that bardic. Don't forget.
That is true. I think I will use the bardic inspiration with this persuasion check.
So a 21? Yeah, so he kind of looks at you, takes a deep breath, and he says, the information you've given me, I don't think you're responsible. It is likely your friend is dead, though. I'm sorry.
Marcus would become visibly stoic, I guess. He would kind of just get like an icy facade across his face. He would have this kind of a look of someone who doesn't like what he's heard but accepts it, and he would be it will look like he's contemplating something within his head. Very evenly, he would say, "Thank you, officer. I trust you and the other officers will do our best to find out what happened and bring the culprit to justice. You may keep your eye on me for as long as you would like. I just would like to know when you've caught the person responsible."
At that, he nods. He says, like I said, investigations will take a long time. I don't believe you are at fault. Should any MLE officers come to visit you, please cooperate with them.
I'll cooperate with them as I cooperate with you.
And with that, he nods, taking a good visual profile of each of you. He does also ask for your names.
Marcus would give his name as
Zephyr.
Marcus.
Zephyr, I don't think you actually have any documentation on you right now.
Nope.
Yeah, Quincy.
Honestly, though, Marcus wouldn't have any identifiers on him either, aside from just him saying his name.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. So what names does everyone give him?
Zephyr would just say Westley. Because my cover was I am my own grandson. So same last name.
Oh yeah, because you're still in the zone of truth.
Yep, so it's not lying. My last name is Wesley, and cover story still fits.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait. No, this is fine. Oh, okay. I have a question. This is very technical.
Uh-huh.
If you believe what you're saying to be the truth, does it count in the zone of truth?
If it's what you believe, it is not lying.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Lux will say Lux.
And with that, they will exit the room. And I think there's a moment where all of you have a chance to like talk to each other alone for a moment.
Oh my god. Oh, we're fucked.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
Well, they don't think we're guilty. I think.
Thank
Yeah.
goodness. I guess.
Yep. Well, there's no point in
Where's the
incriminating
file
ourselves any
folder?
further, so
Who has the papers?
Lux does.
I have them.
Okay.
They're hidden.
Don't lose them.
I won't. Don't worry.
Great. All right. Since he seems to be done, did he say we can go, or did he tell us to hang out for a little bit?
You guys are free to go.
Should we
Okay.
lay low for a day or two?
We should head back to Mr. Green's, I think. No, we should not go to Mr. Green's because we're under surveillance. You guys want to head to my place?
Yeah.
Um,
I got room too if you.
I think we should head over to either my place or Lux's place. That way we can kind of talk through what's happened. We can review the file folder to see what's in it and try and figure out our next move.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
should we lay low for a few days?
I mean, being together wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, if nothing else, y'all can be, consoling me. So maybe it's best we go to my place. My friend just died. Y'all are here to support me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Let's do that. You got enough room for us?
I'm sure I can find some chairs and tables.
All right, let's go to Marcus's place.
So you all get to Marcus's, and yeah, things seem a little stressful at the moment. But you have the file with Zephyr's information in there, and I think I'm gonna say it's you actually, Zephyr, who's looking through the file.
Yeah. I definitely want to do that.
Having longer time to look through it. As you get to the page documenting your role, your specific role in more detail, Marcus, you weren't able to see this in the brief 6 seconds you had, but you see a sticky note. Marcus, you would recognize it in Charles's handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
And it just says, "Don't trust them."
Got it.
At that point, there is a breaking news announcement that airs on the television and or radio. You all hear, "Breaking news tonight. Convict associated with several strings of murder. The serial killer, Speechless, has escaped from Alcatraz. If you have any information about this convict, please report it to the MLE immediately."
Uh-oh.
What was his name? Speechless?
Speechless.
Yeah.
It shows their profile picture on the screen with them holding their conviction number. You see a dark elf woman with these black dreads that are tied up into or fastened above her head. There's like streaks of gray and white running through them, long pointed ears, and she just has this sort of sinister look as she looks at the camera. You can see her face is scarred in places, and her pale white skin is almost the color of paper.
Would I know her?
You have no idea who this is.
Would Marcus recognize her?
Yeah, you could. Anyone can make a history check.
Yeah.
Okay,
Double sixes.
Now with a 6. Zephyr, I don't think. Okay, so it would be B because Zephyr, since you're so new to this world, you've never heard of this felon.
Fair
I know
enough.
exactly how I know about this felon.
You would know this. So, Speechless is a serial killer who implements the use of the spell Power Word Kill to kill their victims.
Oh, so I watch true crime shows, and they talked about Speechless once, and she's known to use that spell, Power Word Kill, on people. So I think it has to be her.
Do any of us know about that spell? I mean, I know that I didn't roll a high enough Arcana for that.
Who is the one that rolled the Arcana roll on it?
I think it was
That was
Zephyr. Yeah.
I said
Zephyr,
earlier that
yes,
I saw a case like this, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Zephyr, you were familiar with the spell.
Well, it definitely checks up. And the good news is we're at least on suspect number 1. They may look this over entirely.
Yeah, I mean, well, the good news is, I mean, we didn't do anything, so.
Why would Charles warn us?
Do you think that.
If this was a serial killer, he wouldn't know he was about to die. He looked really nervous.
Well, he must have known he was about to die then, if he was that nervous.
And if it was a serial killer, probably it'd be a random happenstance. Probably wouldn't know him. There's no way he would know he was being targeted by a serial killer. Unless this is something like, unless someone's being.
Is this a government cover-up?
It might be.
I think you would know this with your knowledge of the Power Word Kill spell. You need to be able to see the target to cast a spell. It is your conclusion that based on the location of his office, it was likely that Speechless was in the room when the murder was committed.
What?
Yeah, so Zephyr's just over by his side of the apartment, just moving tacks around a board. You know, around his conspiracy board. And he's drawing out the room, and specifically where he died. And he'll turn to the others and say, in order to get the right angle, she would have to be in there to see him. What I could tell, we were the only ones in there.
Marcus, there wasn't anybody else in the room, was there?
I certainly didn't say anyone.
Well, how long does it take for Power Word to kill?
The spell duration is instantaneous, correct?
I believe
Yep.
so.
Question about his desk. The desk that Charles had, is it like is it a solid front, or is it like something you can see beneath?
I would assume, there's probably some room you can see beneath it.
Well, that's 2 options then. Either she was hiding somewhere within the room or the walls, or she was invisible.
So, since this is just here, the map, Zephyr's going to point out that we know that she wasn't in this room because we were in there too. And it does make sense that she would just run out, And we know that she probably wasn't in the alleyway because we pulled up there immediately, and also the windows were locked. And I'm guessing that she couldn't have been up over here to look inside because he would be right here. Windows the angle doesn't line up.
We didn't check the bathroom.
Exactly. So yeah, that's my other point. Is that
there's no windows into the bathroom.
She couldn't have been invisible because as soon as she cast the spell, it would have revealed her position.
You want to make an Arcana roll on that?
Oh wait, yes. I mean, I know that above game, but Lux probably does it. Oh, 17.
17 is enough to know, to have knowledge of the greater invisibility spell.
Oh fuck! I always forget about that one.
Greater invisibility allows you to attack and cast while maintaining invisibility.
Oh, Lux just like smacks her palm to her forehead, and is like, "Oh yeah, unless you use greater invisibility." That's still a thing. I forgot.
Which, if she has access to Power Word Kill, that's probably something she also has.
Yeah,
The wheelhouse.
probably.
Zephyr is going to tap the board. He's going to turn to them and smile a little bit. Looks like I'm back on the case.
Marcus
Yeah.
would turn to Lux and ask her for that amulet back.
She will give it back to him. Thanks. Now we just have to try not to die, right?
That's the plan. That's the plan.
A serial killer.
We might die.
IDK. We should stay low for a few.
Honestly, it might actually work in our favor.
Yeah.
Well, look at it this way. If she was if she created invisibility and she was able to cast Power Word Kill, she knew that we were all in there. So she thinks that the officers are probably going to be on our tail, and she'll probably want to keep us alive, if for no other reason than misdirection. If she's smart, if she's a killing machine and she's killing to kill, something completely different. But I think she's an assassin. I think she's an assassin for the government, and something's going on within the ranks. So I think we stirred something up with Zephyr coming back.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Like I think that we need to find maybe another historian.
Preferably one we're not attached to.
I mean, there's a couple of things that we could do. We could go to Alcatraz, because we do know someone who is there, who may be able to give us more information, and we could disguise ourselves. We could also. Was there any information about changelings that was included in that paperwork?
No.
Well,
right.
So that does bring me to a good point. Mike, do you have access to the contact sheet for Charles?
Contact sheet for Charles.
What time was it that he died?
Mike's meeting or Marcus's meeting with him was at
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Marcus was in there for like 30 seconds, and that's when it happened.
Ooh. Put that down in the notes.
Okay. Yes, I've got the contact access. Yeah. Okay. I just can't edit it.
I'm sorry, but I need to revoke your access to this as he is no longer alive.
Fair enough.
Dear gods, I understand it. It was me.
No.
I'm actually a changeling. I'm trying to throw Marcus under the bus so I can get rent free.
Yikes.
Please tell me that you give this whole theory to everyone, and Lux is like, "You're not a changeling." She just like flat out says it to you. No.
He's probably just in the corner looking at his board, just mumbling to himself when he says it out loud. He's like, "Oh, okay." He'll turn back.
You're not a changeling. I know.
What?
Marcus would like to make a phone call to Ellie, if possible, because she's the only high-level magic user he's aware of.
Mm-hmm.
So he would want to find out how it's possible to be both invisible, cast a high-level spell, and do it silently.
Interesting.
And he'd also want to know if she would know anything about Speechless.
So who rolled? Wow. The only component for power word kill is a verbal component.
That's a power word.
So you wanna call Ellie real fast?
Sure.
Okay. I'd say this is probably taking place because, I mean, it's during the week. So you call and her receptionist Marge picks up the phone. Hello.
Hey, Marge. It's Marcus. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Why are you calling?
I'm trying to get in touch with Ellie.
Ellie? Oh, shoot, intercom. Ellie? You have a phone call, line 1.
Thank you so much, Marge.
Yeah, you hear, hello?
Hey, Ellie, it's Marcus. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well. How are you, Marcus?
I've been better, unfortunately. One of my friends was just killed. And you're you're the most powerful person I'm aware of. So I want to ask you a couple of questions, if it's okay with you.
Your friend was killed.
Yes.
Did they not try to revive him?
Yes, and it failed.
I see the problem then.
Yes.
Well, if you're curious as to what spell would do that, it would be power word kill.
Yes, and I get that, but I need to figure out how they did it. Because I was in the same room, didn't hear anything, and watched him die.
That is deeply disturbing. I'm going to have her make a history check real fast.
All right.
20. Is this regarding the news announcement just a couple of minutes ago?
I suspect so.
Well, as I understand it, Speechless is called Speechless is because she doesn't have to speak to cast her spells.
Well,
Do you know much about her?
Only that she was convicted of several murders.
And when was that again?
They were sporadic, but they were over the course of 50 years.
Right, but when was she captured?
Not but 10 years ago.
10 years pass, and she gets out of jail, and she immediately goes to kill a civil servant.
It doesn't make much sense when you put it like that, no.
No. And just on a personal note, what are your feelings about this new magic police squad?
I have my reservations about them. They are efficient, to say the least.
Do we know, just out of character here, would we know who would be in charge, like the chief of police, or is it a separate unit? Is it an entirely separate body?
For what?
For the magic police people, do we know like who might be leading it or who formed the task force?
So the captain of the guard, as he's called, is Captain McClave. He actually had to do a numerous amount of public announcements during or after the demon incursion.
I would ask Ellie how well she knows Captain McClave.
Well, I don't know him personally. It's not exactly someone I'd want to have dinner with.
So not a good reputation.
He's good at what he does, I'll say that.
Okay. Do you think he would stoop to using a serial killer to get what he wants?
What are you saying?
I'm saying it's far too convenient this all to have happened so quickly at the same time.
Yeah, so as you say that, there's a short pause, and she says, Marcus, I hope you're not getting mixed up in this.
They killed my friend, Ellie. I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Just be careful. I know you and your friends. You're not...
We're working on it. Thanks for your help.
Be careful, Marcus.
I'll try. Stay safe.
You as well.
Bye-bye.
And with that, the phone ends. And I think that might be a good place
Agreed.
to call
Yeah,
tonight's session.
Yeah.
With just a pan over at Zephyr, who's looking at his various pictures and strings of wire with
chain smoking, mumbling, pulling out a flask of whiskey every once in a while.
Lux is sitting in an armchair watching him, but like not. She's sitting with her legs over one of the arms.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Radio D&D. Make sure to join us next time, and make sure to check out Ben, who created our podcast cover art at Drawforth Arts on Instagram.